Basically, what I wanted to show is the fact that we have a few options when it comes to the game. So sure, you can customize your character, which have different layouts depending on what their stats are. For instance, we've got Sonic with speed, Tails with acceleration, and we've got Knuckles with power. Handling, and currently I think the only boost character was Hatsune Miku. I run Blaze, who is a speed character, and then you can choose different types of vehicles, which are either handling, power, boost, speed, acceleration. The boards are always boost. What's relevant, though, is the stats actually do change pretty substantially as you look through things. But you can also go through what they call the plates system. So let's say I have a new plate. I can choose things from the right side from either categories of starting with ring gain, so things like get a small amount of rings for each rotation on an air trick, attack bonus. Some of my personal favorites are having an above 100 ring limit. When you're at 100 rings or above, you get the maximum speed you could benefit from. But they each have different plate sizes. You can also get rings when you bump into other machines. Getting rings gets you boosts. Some of my favorites here are Air Trick Expert and Air Trick Adept, which means you can do air tricks faster. So yes, you can do things like combos of having max rings up, and then you can also do something like Air Trick Bonus. So now every time I do an air trick, I get 2 rings, and then I also do air tricks faster. And I have an overcapacity in case I get bumped. Furthering down the list, though, we can also go to stat upgrades. So you can actually make your vehicle have different stat ranges depending on what type of vehicle you're using. And if you're using, let's say, a boost vehicle with boost tuner, you get additional. And yes, these can stack. To go a little more further in depth, though, we've also got support items, so things like bumper guard. One of my favorites is quick recovery. You just recover faster from taking hits from, respective things. Swapping items. You can actually, this gives you a new ability when out there that you can swap between your items at any time, so you can save a really good item in the back. You can have more items instead of just 2. You prioritize different types of items. Starting races with different types of weapons, or even giving them boosts as well. So Rocket Punch is normally the size smaller than a car, but now it's bigger than a car. They appear more often as giant spikes, which are normally about a player size on the map, but now they're as bigger than the car. Monster Truck just means you start basically with a star right at the beginning of the race, which is really funny. And then on top of that, you can also do things like boosting character kits or boosting kits for machines, which only if it's the respective machine does it get the substantial boost. These don't do really anything for me, aside from the fact that, well, I still get the benefits, but it's not really worth it because you could fill them up with other sections that you have up here already. So unless you're using the respective machine, it's not worth it. So, for instance, I could do something like boost machine, and I am not a boost character, so this doesn't actually do anything for me. But I could do something as simple as quick recovery. So now, not only do I get charge boost, gets rings, the machine also gets just substantially better, as you can see in the bottom. You also get recovery from attacks. Anyway, I thought I'd show that off for now.